Right, man in boxing, led the Flair Cops. Shout out to Goodfellas Sports TV.
Got our official sponsor, Greenwood Stock Trading. If you want to learn how to make some passive income, some extra money, so you can invest in your future and your kids' future, give them a call for a free 10-minute consultation, 281-760-3170. Go get to the bag. All right, Devin Haney finally responds to Shakur Stevenson calling him out. Usually people used to Devin Haney hopping on social media. When somebody call him out or say something, usually hop on Twitter, say something expeditiously. He waited to get on the Boxing Zone show to say what he think about Shakur Stevenson calling him out. Now, check out the Boxing News playlist, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop a video. So basically, he said that he was happy that Shakur Stevenson called him out. That, you know, he says he's the man to beat at the division, that he has all the belts, and that's what Shakur Stevenson is supposed to do, is call him out. You know, so then he went on to say that the sparring that they had was when he was 16 and Shakur was 17, and that, you know, he got the best of him. You know, in some parts of the sparring, Shakur got the best of him. He said what happened when they was kids has no bearing on what could happen or what will happen now. Now, he didn't commit to say he was going to fight Shakur Stevenson. All right. And like I said, I heard over at Top Rank that they wasn't ready for that next step for Shakur. So they don't think that he not ready. I just think they probably want to build it up a little bit. I don't know. Maybe they got an idea or something. It's kind of like Bud Crawford wanted to allegedly to jump up to welterweight, and they said it was a better path for him just to go for undisputed, because they knew the politics and shit that could or couldn't happen at 147 pounds for Bud. So they pushed Bud to go for undisputed. It ended up being a better business move. And probably the way Bud was thinking, well, shit, we made fights with them for John Molina and Felix Diaz while we can't make, you know, but they already knew what it was. But nonetheless, you know, I mean, obviously, you know, he didn't commit to it, and he got a lot on his plate with Lomachenko. Shakur Stevenson, you know, cleared his plate of Yoshino. But we'll see. I mean, got a lot of bearing on how you do. You know, his dad said they would not be relinquishing the belts. Devin Haney said he got to see how he feel. Everybody seen how much weight he cut versus Camboso fight and how bad he looked. He was in clowning on the 85 South show. He said he felt that he didn't look that bad, but, you know, a lot of people said he looked pretty bad trying to cut the weight. And, you know, when you're making that cut, you got to stay in shape between fights. You got to eat better in between fights. You know, we talked about that on live the other day about Wednesday about cutting and how dangerous it is, and how, you know, a lot of these dudes try to do it on their own to save some money when they should just go ahead and use the science behind it. You know, but nonetheless, wouldn't cross my fingers, wouldn't hold my breath on it. I don't envision them fighting anytime soon. Obviously, Shakur Stevenson gonna press the pedal to the metal. Bill came on here and said, you know, one day that they said when the time is right, that him and Jay Prince and all them would get together and they can make it happen. So, I mean, we'll see. Of course, Shakur Stevenson, you know, he ain't got nothing to lose and everything to gain. So, he got to fight at the weight. He feel comfortable at the weight. He look powerful at the weight, even though Yoshino said he didn't feel his punching power, which, you know, they should have just let him go in there and beat the hell out of him. But, you know, I don't think they're going to fight next. You know, if Shakur Stevenson really want to put the pedal to the middle, go to Bob, and then go on a verbal assault. You know, and Bill said Bob and them, you know, gave them an offer for the Taylor Teofimo Lopez winner. So, you know, the higher they go up in weight, the more lucrative the fight is, especially if you can drag it up to welterweight. But how treacherous 140 pounds is right now is very low risk, a very very high risk and low reward. So that's something to think about for a minute. So, I mean, but, you know, for me, you know, at the point of, you know, it's a time to marinate. There's been enough marination going on in boxing these last, 10, 12, 13 years, maybe even more, 15, 16 years. It's been enough marination. It's been enough of that, in my opinion. Like, if they want to get to it, and that's what they want to do, they should be allowed to get to it and do what they want to do. That's what I want. That's what I want to see. I want to see them get to it and do what they want to do. They want to get down and fight. I'd rather have it right now. If dudes, 5-0 and they want to fight, and it's a good enough fight. If Keyshawn, think he feeling froggy enough to leap for Frank Martin, we'll let him go leap. You know what I'm saying? If Frank Martin willing to give him the opportunity, so be it. We've been deprived of so many great fights that these dudes want to do it sooner than marinating the letter or in perfect time. I guess the perfect time is it's now. It's time. It's time right now. The time is now. Why wait to build your legacy? Why wait for these other old fighters that's trying to hold on to something that they about to relinquish anyway? So go out there and take it. They should sanction whatever they want. So I would like to see that fight now. If you sign the contract, whatever the stipulations, the money is, or it's no excuses. But I know what Devin and them trying to do. They trying to take them belts and go back to the zone. And the question is, does the zone really want to fuck with them? You hear rumors that the zone really didn't want to fuck with them and Demetrius Andrade no more. That's what you hear. Now, that could be far from the truth. That could be close to the truth. That could be all the way the truth. But it's going to be interesting the type of deal they're going to be willing to give him coming back if he's going back to the zone. It'll be interesting to see what type of deal Bob got the sauce. But then again, you don't want to work with Bob. You want a partnership. They businessmen. They want a partnership. They want a partnership with Bob Arum. They don't want to be under the top ranked banner and just, be another statistic. My Bill Bellamy voice. They want a partnership. But T.O., Josh Taylor, Jose Ramirez, Guy Pedraza, Comey, possibly they could be getting Regis Progress. So I don't know. Eddie losing his superpowers. Anthony Joshua was his blue chip to get into this shit to America. And Anthony Joshua is a falling star. You look at everything, he got Canelo Alvarez, but shit, how much longer? What my man say on that Tupac song, he said, my girl said I need a race, how long will she last? I caught between my pistol and my grip. Oh, man. Man, it be some gems in some of those songs. Once you get older, or you one of the people that like wordsmith or like deciphering words, bro, and then you start seeing how it apply to life. You see Fat Joe said he gave his 50 people the faith test. And all 50 and only 6 of his boys stayed. And I think the faith test is essential in any relationship you in. Shit, even your kids, your wife, your brother, your mother, your dad, especially when you dealing with a chick. Especially when you dealing with these hoes out here, man. Tell them, oh, man, I ain't got it. No, I can't do that. I'm broke. Woo. And a real one go say, well, I got you, babe. Don't even worry about it. You shake back, don't even worry about paying me. I got you. That's the greatest sign of submission by a woman. When she willing to go out her pocket, go out her way for you, she down for you. If you treating her like your daughter, you go in your pocket every time y'all do something. She said, no, I got it. Shit, she fuck with you. Now, if it's always you, you might as well go ahead and do you. Might as well just pay the fuck. Free game. The Sprinter brand hard as hell. This black one. It's a dance, that's why. But some niggas feel like that's how it's supposed to be. You giving 100% financial, and she supposed to be giving I don't know what's equal to that. But I don't knock anybody for what they believe in. But nonetheless, This thing, you know, I think it's gonna be later, if all, than sooner. So he didn't say like, oh, that's definitely next, but he also said he wanted to see, you know, how he felt at the Lomachenko fight. And people overlooking Lomachenko like he about to just take the trash to the dumpster and dump that shit out. I don't think it's gonna be easy. In my mind, I think it's a 50-50 fight, and people gonna call me crazy. I think it's a true 50-50 fight. You know, I'm going off the last Lomachenko performance. You ain't as good as your last fight. That's not necessarily true. Well, my man's Greg Hackett said, YSN Media, he said so much that go into the box rec that don't, and box recs doesn't tell the entire story. Now, he had a quick turnaround from War, and people said, well, he never was over at War. And man, look here, man, I try my best to separate the personal disdain for motherfuckers and the facts. Anytime you in a war zone, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, people say, oh, he was safe and he was in a safe spot and shit. They were saying this on live, when I was live. Man, nigga ain't nowhere safe when you under siege, dude. Any given time, you never know, a bomb could jump in. This, that, and the third. There ain't nobody safe. And for him to turn around and have a quick turnaround and try to squeeze a fight in, bro, wasn't 100%. And I think he's going to prove that May 20th. But I think Devin Haney in for a very highly competitive fight. And I haven't 100% chose a winner yet. Like I said, you know, I don't get into that size and shit. They both got to weigh in the same thing. Lomachenko got a great style to eliminate height and reach. So, it's going to be interesting. But, you know, Shakur Stevenson and Haney, I wouldn't hold my breath on that. But, hey, you got to get past Lomachenko first before we get to that. But, hey, let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance. Get notifications. We go live or drop a video. Financially, you want to support the channel, Cash App, $CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree, find me on Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole nine. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.